Now, today, Nigerian women hold only 6.7% of elective and appointive political positions, a far cry from the country's national gender policy recommendation of a 35% minimum representation of women in politics. Well, we may yet get closer to achieving this in 2023 elections, as one organization has started a $10 million campaign fund to empower Nigerian women who decide to run.
And Laila Johnson Salami joins us now for more on this. Laila, great to see you again.
Great to see you as well.
I'm excited as, a woman, and should I want to consider politics, I guess there's a bit of hope for me. But as laudable as this is, how achievable is it? And would it ensure that more women participate in Nigerian politics?
Very good question, Adesua. So if you look at the situation that we're in now, only 6.7% of elective and appointive political positions in the country are currently held by women. Now, let's go back to 1995, the Fourth World Conference in Beijing on women, when hundreds of countries pledged to try and achieve at least 30% minimum representation for women in politics. Nigeria in 2006 then produced the National Gender Policy under the Ministry of Women Affairs. And the National Gender Policy took it 5% up to 35% women's representation in politics. Yet we haven't been able to achieve that. The biggest gap that we can see right in front of us certainly is funding. So when you have organizations securing huge funds like $2 million so far out of $10 million that they're trying to secure over the next 14 to 15 years, it does make you a lot more hopeful, because you can see that people's money is definitely going where the mouth is, which is that we do want to see more women elected into office. And if we can fund more women who have strong campaigns going forward, then maybe we will start to turn new leaves. And as election seasons come by, more and more women will get into those appointive political positions and elected.
Very ambitious, the raking in of the money. That's quite some loads, if you like, of money. And I love the part she talked about one representative for each senatorial, and at least one. But then 50% representation, isn't that a very, very tall order?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a tall order. At the end of the day, 50% of the population is women, and politics is supposed to be representative of the people. Take the Canadian polity, for example. When Justin Trudeau was elected as Prime Minister years ago, the first thing that he did was he said, I need to make sure that my cabinet is as diverse as the country that we're living in. If you have no women in a polity that's supposed to create legislations and laws for women, things aren't necessarily going to go well. I think 50-50 is a fair call for a country with 50-50 populations, women and men. I think that's really an only fair way. For years, we've had few women in the polity, and we've seen how politics has negatively affected a lot of the lives of women in the country. Look at the failure to pass the Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill. I'm not saying if we had more women, this bill would certainly be passed, as even men in politics should want to be able to pass this bill, or should want to pass this bill in general. But at the end of the day, if you have more women creating laws and legislations for women, then you will see the change that women need that currently doesn't exist.
All right. Thank you so much, Laila, there.